Camera. Yo, welcome back. Another episode of Bridging the Gap.
We're back.
Steve Harvey catching hell, man.
Man, what?
I don't know if this shit is true, OG. Is it true?
It's true, man.
Say it ain't
It's
so,
true.
man.
They
Say it
caught.
ain't so.
They said Steve caught her. You know, with the dude and everything.
Did Steve
So
say this?
he caught her.
Yeah, he caught her. You know.
Steve
I
said he
mean-
caught her. Steve said this.
This is what they're saying, man.
Who is they? Who is this they?
Media? You know, people saying, man. People talk.
Steve
It's
just
a
got a
big.
lot of
It's a
haters.
big
That's
thing.
why I be
It's a
like-
big thing in Hollywood. Yeah, you got haters,
He
man.
got a lot of haters,
But
so they
something
might
like
just make
that,
up
man. Ain't nobody just making up stuff like that on your lady.
Man, they'll do that.
So
to
hold
Steve.
on. Question.
Yeah.
So they saying Steve said he caught her in the act of cheating, or just like they was?
No, they saying that he said they were caught. They caught him. He caught her cheating with the bodyguard / chef or something like that.
Damn, that's your butt.
Yeah, and they've been
You know your
together.
schedule,
They've been together for about 20 years, man. So you know, and I thought that I mean, listen, simping is simping, but when you've been with somebody 20 years and you know you invested your time and your energy into them, for that to happen, it's hurting, you know. I know my man is hurting. He's hurting because he trusted this woman. He felt like, you know, that she was going to really be with him. And I mean, you know, Steve Harvey's up like 66, 67. He's up there in age, you know. And, you know, he didn't. And this is like his like third divorce or something like that.
Yeah, that shit is unnecessary.
3 divorces.
This shit's not necessary.
That's crazy.
You know?
If I'm Steve Harvey, you know what I'm doing? Yo, I ain't gonna even cap.
So
If I'm Steve, I'm taking that L to the chin, and I ain't saying shit to nobody about none of it.
Yeah.
Well, he got no choice. He got to take that L.
Yeah, I ain't saying
He's got
shit.
to take that L.
You're
I
gonna
mean,
sleep in that room. I'm
if
sleep
he
in
got
this one,
married,
and we staying married till we die.
Yeah.
I'm 67, bitch.
right.
That's
you
just
fuck
what
with
we
me
got
when
like
I fuck
15
with
left
one,
on me.
but at 8 o'clock, no one in this motherfucker. You heard?
Yeah, that's
no
it.
one in this motherfucker at 7.
I'm gonna get my
Actually,
bodyguard.
But you know something? You know
we don't
something?
even got visiting hours.
It's about the betrayal, because you know he put her down with a lot of things, man, you know, and for you to do that means you really didn't have respect or true love for this man, because this man shit, it wasn't like you lacked anything. It wasn't even like if something was to happen to you, you would have been straight. So you didn't have to do this. You did it because you wanted to do that. You know?
So why
you
should I
made
fuck
that
up my life,
choice.
though?
Huh?
Why should I fuck up my life?
Hey, real shit. So I'm about to drop a scenario on you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what if, and I'm just saying, you know, since he went to media with this shit, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What if she had been having a conversation with him like, you ain't been hitting this shit right.
Right.
You ain't been, I don't know what it is. Ever since you hit 65, this shit ain't been getting drippy. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm in my
You
prime.
ain't wetting shit. You feel me?
Right.
You not
But
hitting those
that-
spots.
okay.
Right. And so he ain't getting it right.
Mhm.
So last few years he ain't getting it right.
What she should do?
So
What she should do?
out of nowhere, he just so happens out of nowhere. I'm sorry, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
He just so happens to walk in on her. You feel me?
Right.
Fucking up.
Mm-hmm.
Another guy out there.
You feel me?
Right.
So is it just I'm trying to do this because nigga I'm trying to keep my money, knowing damn well I already seen this shit coming.
Facts.
Because
Okay, but
and he
we
not
don't-
no dumb nigga.
Okay, okay.
And he not gonna sit here and just embarrass himself,
Right.
especially as a black man in the world.
Right,
bro.
hell no.
You're not gonna sit here and just drop another L in the community for black men.
Right.
Like,
Why?
you feel me? Like,
Facts,
oh,
nigga.
and then for my bodyguard that's probably been working for me for years, nigga,
Okay, but listen.
to be blowing my wife back. And I didn't know the whole time.
Yeah,
come on, let's
come
be
on.
real.
Yeah,
He probably was like,
listen,
you
it
know
don't
what?
compute.
He was
Listen,
like, he
listen,
thought about it
listen,
one day while
okay.
he was washing
But
their ass.
this-
Probably, he was like, you know
but
what?
listen.
No, fuck it.
Nigga got
Listen,
buku
listen,
cameras in his house, probably.
Listen,
You walked in and found it. Let's be
Okay,
real.
but listen to this.
Let's be real.
Listen to this.
No, real talk.
If he had some kind of dysfunction, he wasn't doing it. It still won't justify her doing that, because you know something. She knew when she married him, there was a possibility that could be the case.
Wait, nigga,
So
every woman
okay,
in the
every
world
woman-
know that
but listen,
every man that you marry, there might be a case. One day might come. This man has hasn't been doing the same activities he hasn't been doing for years.
right.
So he might not have the same
Right.
sex that he had
right.
when
He might
y'all
not
was,
say, right?
you feel me?
Yeah.
This shit might not even hit the same.
At all.
Every woman has to understand that. But that's the whole thing that comes into it. How real are you? Do you really want me just for this dick? Or do you want me for all of me?
Right.
Because I know I can
That's-
give you good
so-
dick right now.
Right.
But let's say I'm
that's
sick
the
and I'm
whole-
motherfucking,
Right.
I need you. Bitch,
Right.
you wiping my
And
ass right now.
That's what
You feel me?
That's what I'm saying. You can't just marry for looks. You can't marry for just for sex. You gotta marry because you truly love that person. And when you make those vows, from sickness to health to death do us part, for rich or poor, a lot of people take those vows, and to me, you're saying them before God. That's what I believe. You should be saying them before God. But if you're not really taking it serious, because those situations can happen. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care anything. Something can happen to you today where you can be disabled and you won't able to do. So if this person is really going to be with you, they should be with you. Understand that you should be with them for the right reason. And apparently she wasn't with this man for the right reason.
What is the right reason?
The right reason is
Because
to
every
say,
marriage is not cookie
okay.
cutter.
The
She's a
right reason
hustling
is
ass
that
bitch
is
who gets to a bag.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
When you drop
she's
the-
been married to multiple rich ass niggas.
Right.
So
right.
this is what her right reason is: getting money.
Okay, but she's
You know
with
what
a
I'm saying?
man.
Not every
she's
woman
with a
wants
man.
love.
Listen,
Like, that's not real life.
She's with a man that got money. Okay, Steve Harvey got money. He knew how to get money. Steve probably got more money than the guy she was dealing with. So it was really no excuse. If it was about just the money, you already had the bag. All you had to do was just be cool, live your life, whatever, and get the bag right. Why would you risk your marriage and everything else just because you want to go lay in the bed with another man?
This is
Okay.
wild. This is wild.
So that makes me think maybe it was a setup. Maybe this was something she had in her mind,
You
and
ready?
she knew that she was married, that she was married to him, and she knew automatically she's gonna get half of the money.
You ready?
You know?
You ready
go
for
ahead.
this?
I don't know. Go
My
ahead.
whole angle, right?
Mhm.
Looking at her track record, nobody has been a 50K a year wage earning motherfucker.
Right.
Her motive for the last 40 years has been to secure a bag, right?
Mhm.
We all agree to that.
Right.
She go from drug dealer to millionaire entertainer.
Mm-hmm.
All these people are up.
Right.
Her whole motive in life has been get the money.
Get the money,
She
yeah.
secured the money.
Right.
She's done pretending. The money is secure.
Right.
If this shit goes south, I still got the money. If this
Right.
shit is good, I still got the money.
Right.
So my loyalty or this marriage and how I've been moving and living my life has been about this money. It hasn't been about.
Unfortunately.
It hasn't. Hold on. It hasn't been about do the right thing. It hasn't been about true love. There's a song called "What's Love Got to Do with It" for a reason.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Right.
shit is circumstantial for a lot of people. People don't like to have these conversations
Yeah.
because we like to live in this fairy tale world.
Yeah.
But let some shit go wrong. Let your kidney fail. You know what I'm saying? See how your life turned out. It's gonna be different.
That's
bro.
what I'm saying.
Have
Yeah.
a stroke. Get a heart attack.
Nigga, oh, bro.
Shit
they-
changes, dog.
Yeah, things
No
change.
joke.
But this is what I'm saying. When you step into that relationship, that marriage, and everything like that, you gotta expect that some things is gonna change. That woman ain't gonna have the same body she had when you married her. That man ain't gonna have the same body he has when y'all got married. Things
So
are gonna
that's
change.
where cheating comes
and life and life.
That's a quick solution. Cheat, bruh. If you want that body to stay young, cheat. I believe in people having the conversation.
Look, so
I believe in that.
Okay.
my
yeah.
question is,
Yeah.
my question
But
is,
it don't make it, I don't know, it don't make it right, man. It's just a matter of that. Listen,
Right is between you and your partner. That's it.
Right.
That's it.
But what I'm saying is that you've been with this man all these years. You didn't lack anything. You really had the bag, and you could have continued to have the bag.
How you know she didn't lack anything, bro?
Huh?
That's not true.
I don't
You
think
can't
she
say
lacked
that.
anything. I think Steve
Man,
Harvey
you're not her.
kind of took. I'm just saying.
You're not her.
I'm
bro.
just saying. I'm assuming.
Okay.
If you work for $400 million, your wife shouldn't lack anything.
Why?
So-
Why? That doesn't make
so
sense.
look,
Money ain't everything.
Okay, money ain't everything. Okay,
This
you
shit was so wild to me, alright? I met this white dude, right? Random ass white dude. You feel me? I was smoking this shit. Bro walked up to me and was like, "Hey man, can I hit your roach?" I was like, "What the fuck?"
Who asked that?
You can have that bitch. You can have that hoe. You feel me?
Yeah.
Gave it to bro. Bro talking to me, da da da. He starts talking about his wife, right? And he explains about his wife that she's handicapped. And like she can kind of walk around, but really and truly, she needs to be in a wheelchair. But she can't walk around.
Okay.
So he was explaining that her hip was like
twisted.
twisted downward, so it was like backward. So I had met the wife and everything.
Right.
And so basically, this man lost his job, right? And the 401k, 401, whatever, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
That he'd been paying his job for years, they had to pay all that shit back to him. You feel me?
Okay.
Because the job just like, it's not like he lost it, but they
fired him?
closed.
Okay.
Like the business closed.
They ended, yeah.
You feel me? The whole, like they ended all their establishments. You feel me?
Got you.
So he gets a lot of money every month. You feel me? And of course she gets money as well. So they got a kid and everything together, bro. And like, man talking about how much he loved his wife, and he was like, "Yeah, man, sometimes, you know, I just need to get some space, man." I was just thinking about that shit. I kept thinking to myself, could I really do that shit? Like, would I really be able to sit there and really be there for my wife?
Well, then that's what I'm
tough,
saying.
bro. That's
What you have to ask yourself when you get married to a person, because there's a possibility that could happen, and you have to really be truthful with yourself. I'm gonna tell you my story, right? When my wife, before she passed, they said that if it could have been a possibility that if they had got to her sooner, she might have lived, but she might have lived with a disability or a handicap. And I had to make a decision, but it wasn't a hard decision for me. Whatever how she was and whatever I had to do, I was going to take care of, because I truly loved her.
Right.
And when I took my vows, I understood that if that had happened to me, she would have did the same for me. You understand? That's the understanding we had. So,
but y'all are a woman of honor and a man of honor, and then a man and woman that both believe in God,
believe in God, and believe in honor, and believe in
fear God.
Right, and believe in what you said.
A lot of us believe in God, but don't fear God.
Right.
Bro.
Exactly.
That's like a real thing. Like
Right.
a lot of niggas be like, "Oh yeah, I love God," but you not scared of God. Because the truth in reality, like you saying about how she married him and how she was supposed to keep their vows, in reality, my nigga, she gon' doom will come upon her for breaking those true vows.
Right.
You feel me? And that's why I explained, if you really gonna marry somebody and sit down and get married, bruh, listen, homie, you really gonna sit down, get married to shorty, make sure this really what you want.
Right.
Because this your
and
life.
what they want to, because
It's your life.
a lot of situations.
You'll never know if somebody else really want it, bro.
Right.
You'll never truly know.
You can't.
You could just hope.
No, but you
and
can't
pray.
know that.
You know,
And
you're
this is
taking
why
a
you should
chance.
stay in a relationship with a shorty till she be like, "Why haven't you put a ring on my finger yet?"
Not for real.
That's why. That's how long you should stay with a shorty. Till the day she just one day y'all been together for 8 years. Y'all going on the 9th year. She washing the dishes like she always do. You just came in from work. Why don't you just marry me? And you're like, I knew she was the goddamn one. I knew she was the one. You like, that's how you know. That's how you know, because we've been here forever. We've been locked in. We argue, but we always lock back in. We always get through whatever the fuck together. Whatever it is, I've been on my ass with you.
But
I've
you
been
know
up
something?
with
I'm gonna tell
feel
you. Anytime if you're married or get in a relationship with a person, it's always you're taking a chance. You're taking a chance that it could work or it could not work.
Yeah.
Now, should you shy from not being in a relationship? No, but you got to understand that it's a chance you take. It could work, it could not work, but it depends on both parties, and both parties have to be on the same page in regard to where y'all gonna take this relationship and
Alright, I got
what
a
you want to
question.
do. Yeah.
So back to Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
Right. You said his third divorce, so he filed for divorce, or did she?
I think she filed for it.
Okay.
I think she filed for it.
Is that a case of maybe he was actually trying to stay?
Yeah, it could.
Well, he could have been trying to stay, but I mean, my thing is this. I mean,
That's what I'm saying, bro. He probably
But-
knew
but-
what
but
was
you know
going
something?
on.
Of course.
Then she realized he knew, and she was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna file for divorce,
Yeah,
right?"
right. Get the
And,
check.
Right. To make it look like that.
So he gets his money, so he can keep his money. He goes, "She cheated on me. I walked in on her with my bodyguard."
That makes more sense. That makes more
Come
sense.
on, let's be real, because this nigga know. Like,
Yeah, come
like
on.
we been said, the man is 67, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
67.
This shit ain't the same.
How many single
not working
67-year-old women is there out there? Or 50-year-old women? Good ones.
Yeah, not many.
Good ones.
Very slim pick.
That don't want a young nigga
Yeah.
trying to blow their back.
Yeah,
Come
yeah,
on,
yeah.
let's be real.
Twerking on TikTok.
Yo, come on, let's be real, bro.
It's hard, bro.
Like you gotta think about that shit. And then think about it. I bet she knows what she doing, probably experienced. He don't want to have to go back all through that.
Nah, hell no.
He was like, I'm gonna take my L. And then when she was like, I'm filing for divorce, I walked in on her fucking my marriage.
Yep.
My own bodyguard.
This is another caveat to the story. Y'all don't know if y'all ain't do your homework on the story. The bodyguard was a former pimp for years.
Crazy.
So he would
okay.
Steve Harvey would be working all these hours doing what Steve Harvey does, and he would have his bodyguard go all these places with his wife. Who niggas is a pimp, bro?
Yeah.
The ism is him.
It's in
They're
him.
like it's still
The
there.
ism is still there, gang.
What kind of madness is that, man? Steve, man.
Do your research on these niggas' backgrounds,
Yeah.
gang.
It's goofy, Steve.
The nigga wrote a book about how he was a pimp.
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I take back
The
everything
nigga
I said.
wrote a book. He wrote a book about the ism.
You a goofy nigga for that, bro.
Yeah, Steve.
He
Hey,
hit your hole with the gift of gap.
now
You know what I'm
listen.
saying?
I hate to do this to you,
You
man.
ever had.
But
two
like
fingers
God
in
said,
your-
man. Like God said, I put you in charge, Adam.
Yeah, facts.
You goofy, nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
Like what?
And it's all good. It's all good, Steve.
You can't let another, and this goes foundational.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are, and I'm looking at the camera to everybody who's viewing this. Please do not let another man do anything for your woman. Don't let another man do for your woman, bro. Do not let another man do for your woman. I'm telling you, there's so many reasons why you should not. Your woman will view you in different ways. For one, she might not say nothing about it, and then it's gonna come to a point where they get so cool that you start thinking some other shit maybe, and then it might even get to that point, etc. You don't know. Just make sure you the man that your woman needs.
Factual.
She going to the store. I got you, baby. Oh, I'm with you, baby. Oh, you going shopping? You trying to get some new clothes? I'm going, baby. If I'm free, I'm going on my shorty. I'm with her.
But Steve is a rich nigga,
Like,
so he's
don't-
not free.
Don't waste your
It's a different
time,
lifestyle.
bro.
It's a different
Don't waste
lifestyle.
your
It's a
time.
lifestyle, bro.
Let a nigga just.
That nigga,
Kick
he
it
having
with your
corporate
girl?
meeting. He having
Yeah.
corporate meetings.
What they
Yeah.
talk about? What their favorite colors is?
Nah, I'm already
So,
knowing, bro. But I'm saying he having
What
corporate
y'all
meetings.
saying is
He can't
He
do
probably should have had 3 women bodyguards.
I mean,
Yeah,
listen,
for sure.
listen,
3 women
listen,
shooters.
listen,
You
listen,
get
Yeah, some dykes. Some
It's just like with me,
some
right?
trans women.
No,
Get you
it's
some
like
trans women
Yeah,
to watch
Bro,
your.
With the
you
on
don't-
her plate.
But you don't know. Trans woman might be hitting his wife too.
Probably.
You feel me? Like,
Probably, but they
you
just
feel me?
not.
Yeah,
You don't know what they.
Caitlyn might
You don't know
go,
what
yo.
they identify as hitting.
Yo,
You
who
feel
was
me?
that?
You already know what they identify as, not what they
Trans stuff.
really hit. You
Yeah,
feel me?
that's true.
So,
But listen.
Be real.
All I'm saying is this.
and them studs.
You
do
right.
that
You
too.
right. What you saying?
But I
Because
could live with that.
this how
Yeah.
this how I was, right? My wife said to me many times. She said, "Well, you have friends. Why you don't invite your friends over your house?" Listen. Ain't nobody coming to my house while you here, because I don't trust them. And that's how you supposed to be. You supposed to be able to protect your wife
I ain't gonna lie.
and
I ain't
protect
gonna be
yourself.
like that, Kane. I ain't
I done
gonna be
that
like
before.
I can feel it. I can feel it. I respect you. And what I'm about to say, I'm not disrespecting what
No.
this man said at all. I completely understand what you're saying. But I feel like, as a man, bro, one thing that I needed to do was let my shorty and me be around my homies and other things so I can see certain interactions, see how certain things play out. And like, when I see her with other people, other males that she doesn't know, just like how she did not know my homies, you feel me? I know the truth, the reality on whatever it is.
And like the
You feel
piggyback
me?
off of what
I
bro
see how it
said.
is.
I had a homie one time say something, and I just like to reiterate it. He was like, also as a man, he liked to know he made the right decision of the friends he chose.
Thank you. Right. Very, very truthful. Very truthful.
So I
You like to put them in
I know both of them.
You gotta put them in play.
You gotta make sure your team is.
Your team is
the ones you want at your funeral. Make sure
listen.
But I ain't having no free dicks at my shit though. Like I just can't at my crib. Free penis? Nah, bro. You gotta come to my crib with your lady in tow.
Right.
That's the only way. You're not gonna be a free nigga.
Right.
Floating around my house, opening my refrigerator, and I'm not there.
What I'm saying.
Where your plus one? Pull up together.
Marry,
or don't pull up.
Like he said, in other words,
if I got something that I really care about, if it's a treat, whatever, y'all can have it. Right. But if it's like my real,
if your wife, you're right. You're 100% right. Because you want to be, and I feel the same way. Why should married people should be with married people? They shouldn't be no single married people being with single people. So come on, I agree with that, man. Because as a man, you got to protect yourself, and you got to.
And I know your lady is gonna hold you to a standard if she's there.
Oh yeah.
She's gonna do what I want you to do.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? It's an extension. It's a
I
buffer. But you sending your wife to Macy's with a 6'8" buff ass nigga that used to slay hoes. Hey man. You got what you asked for.
It used to literally keep a whole starting bench and backups to the benches.
He wrote plays about
list of hoes. And you gonna let this nigga just kick you with your bitch and parlay. That's wild.
You got what you asked for.
Yo, like Steven. Yo, I'm gonna tell you a story. Like, you know, this was my second marriage to my wife that passed. She was married, you know, and I knew the guy she's married. One day he came to the house with some business stuff, right? So he asked her.
Let me hit the fan real quick.
He asked my lady, you know, let's go upstairs and get busy. So my wife, she looked at him and laughed like, "Tony, you serious?" She's like, "Yeah, you know." He said, "Get out." She said, "Get out of here with that." So when I came home, she told me. She told me what he did, and we both laughed about it because I didn't really. But I knew my wife.
Yeah.
I knew that she was loyal to me. So, you know, so that's what I'm saying. It's about like Drew said, it's like you gotta know the woman that you with.
Right.
And she really in your corner, you know.
Wait, so how did the free penis end up at your house? What
happened was,
why was this nigga
I'm gonna tell you.
There is no case or scenario for a real nigga.
I'm gonna tell you what happened.
To ever have a nigga watching his bitch and pampering his own for him.
And they were dealing with some business stuff.
They were doing business?
No, he was bringing over some information with some business stuff that she had to get from him.
Why at the house though? Like, why can't they meet at Starbucks? What the fuck?
Well, apparently it was. I wasn't home that day, and apparently he might have asked her. Because she come over, my wife said, "Okay, fine."
He was out of pocket, off rip, because he asked her instead of asking you.
Well, I didn't know at the time, but my wife told me. You know, I didn't know that it wasn't not something that was.
None of my niggas are supposed to make direct calls to my girl unless I'm in jail.
Listen, it was not nothing.
It was her
arranged.
ex-husband?
It was
her ex.
Oh, it was. Well,
yeah, I'm killing this nigga.
Listen,
you're gonna die on my lawn.
Come on, man. No, it wasn't even like that. Cause my wife handled it right, and I knew she was gonna handle it right. You know, I knew.
I know it. We all know it.
I know.
But I'm just saying.
But I know the point. The kind of man you was, you wouldn't have dealt with that.
Vengeance is mine. Says the Lord. That's all I'm saying.
I hear you, right? I respect that.
You're not making direct calls to my woman.
Every man is different. But you know, that's the kind of relationship I had, and this and that. You know,
direct call. You tried it, bro.
Well, nothing happened, man. So
that's enough to send me up.
And then she told me we both laughed about it. You know.
Hell yeah.
Because I knew what I had, you know.
Yeah, I feel it.
So hey, listen.
I ain't tripping on her. I'm tripping on him.
Yeah.
Like, bro.
Well, you know. Listen. A man gonna be a man. A man's gonna try certain things, but the kind of woman that you have is going to determine, you know, what's going to really happen.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. To not like to go against.
No. Go ahead. We talk.
I do think a man gonna be a man.
Mm-hmm.
A man in your tribe is gonna have morals. You feel me?
But was he in the tribe with you, or he was just?
No, he wasn't in the tribe.
He wasn't in the tribe.
He wasn't down. We was like
He was an
down.
extension of your family. Being
He was
that
an extension of
that was her
marriage. I mean, they were married for so many years and
had
divorced
kids,
and everything.
children,
and
right?
They had kids, and this.
So
and
he
that.
has to. He's an addition to your.
No, he's
family.
not an addition.
He is, bro.
You
get OG.
He never was.
Tell the truth. He's the father of our children. Though.
Yeah, but he never was involved.
It doesn't
with
matter
his
if he's not involved or not. It doesn't matter if he's involved or not because he's the father of the kids that live in your house. And he has to come in around.
Okay, he only came around one time. It was like every weekend he was around, man.
I know I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying we got to illustrate the point for all the viewers, right?
Okay,
if you date a woman that has children, right, there may become a time and point where this nigga has to be in your vicinity.
Yes.
We can't ignore that. That is a fact. That is a fact.
Right.
That is a fact of life.
Yeah.
So we can't sugarcoat the shit or glaze
I ain't
over
gonna
it.
lie.
He is an extension. Y'all brothers
I gotta
in law.
say, OG. I gotta say it, OG.
Y'all are in connection.
If my wife let her ex-husband slide to my pad, oh my gosh, I'm going through the roof. I know you. I know y'all had a whole different respect for each other. So,
but you know something. I like I said, I understand your point.
You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
I know.
Like let's be in the first 3 years of our, you feel me, marriage, and you do some shit like that.
No, it was a few years.
Y'all was deep. Y'all was. I know y'all.
Deep.
Y'all can be that Kroger.
And I really see y'all love is so different. You feel me? In comparison to the type of love
And
And
then let's look at this. Let's look at this.
Not my castle.
When I got with her, they would separate. She was still married.
Right. Yeah.
And I went and paid for the divorce. Yeah. And then,
Okay, you pulled the Shannon Sharp. You pulled the Shannon Sharp on.
Shannon Sharp did the and
same.
say, yeah, I'm gonna take that. Thank you.
And then,
No,
okay, whatever. And then, 6 months after we got married, and we was together for 26 years till she passed 8 years ago. But we was, I knew her love, and she knew my love, man, and we bonded, man,
Alright, OG, I got something for you, man.
Yeah, man.
Alright, so a little bit earlier before the cameras came on, you said something like maybe Steve Harvey should assume marriage isn't for him. Right? Granted, like
this is third.
but granted, it's not like you could get a fourth, cause like not no.
There's some cats.
One that's like
he
real, potentially probably just real love, right?
Yeah.
He's of that age, right? So. Is there like a sign, or maybe like how could someone tell that marriage isn't for them, or like how could like even
hey, man, looking in, that's sometimes that's an individual thing. Married, sometimes that's an individual thing that you just have to know yourself. But some people just don't. Some people don't know how to live alone. Rather than man or woman. There's some people they just have to be attached. Me personally, I don't see myself getting married, but I know. But my wife used to tell me. She said, "One thing about you, you can be you're a people's person, but you're an introvert too. You can be by yourself, and it don't. And she was right. It don't bother me. I'm not looking at. I done had a few proposals for marriage, and I'm like, nah, that ain't me, because I don't want. That ain't what I really want. I feel like this. And not saying that it couldn't happen. I might come on this podcast one day. Hey man, guys, I do y'all come up. I found that one. It could happen. Yeah. But right now for me, I'm content with my life, and I'm content in the kind of life I have, and I don't see myself being married again because I did it twice, and.
But that's like, alright. But how is it like knowing or finding out like or?
Well, it's a lot of ways you can know that if that person is for you.
Wait, you still in your 40s, right, OG?
I'm 64.
Man, black don't crack,
shit. Damn, I didn't know that was
64, man.
No
That's
disrespect,
all right,
man.
That's all right.
Motherfucker.
Black don't crack, man, but
Yeah, black don't crack, bro. Hey, I'm trying to be like that man when I'm 64, bro.
Marriage might be for some people, it's just a short contract, bro.
No, but
I do have homeboys that's told me straight out, like, my nigga Black says I want 3 baby moms.
I don't want 3 baby mamas.
Wait.
I don't want
Say it
3
again?
wives.
Black,
Why you want
you
that?
know black.
Wait.
Why black want that?
Hold on. Say it one more time.
Black wants 3 baby moms.
Bro,
Like
he
minimum.
just talking, bro.
No, but hear the
He
backstory,
just
right?
talking, bro.
Hear the backstory.
He just
Okay.
talking.
He
He's
is just
26
talking.
and he ain't got one yet.
Yeah,
He
that-
talking.
that
I'm
is
sorry, I ain't trying to do my man like that.
But it is true. But hold on.
Let's hear the
Hold on,
backstory.
let's
Let's
get
hear the
deep
backstory.
into the
As a
weeds.
kid-
I want to hear this backstory.
I write that down.
Mhm.
I'm doing it. Stat facts. I would have had 3 of them right now. They would have been running around in the podcast. Throwing a gang sign. You banging Drew Squad. Yeah.
But the thing
My
with
little
black,
baby.
right? That's how he was raised. You know what I'm
what?
saying?
What
By,
is that?
like baby moms was in his family. His dad has 3 baby moms. So it's deemed as normal for him.
Oh, okay.
Like the traditional, that's not his family.
When
so
did his dad
that
start
makes
having babies though?
like 19.
Oh, okay.
Out the gate.
Okay.
So it's different.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
I could see how
didn't
he
aim-
thinks, and I understand him. I'm like, you ain't. He ain't come from that.
Right.
He ain't come from that, so I can understand why he don't want that. Cause he's like, nah, I think my dad's life's pretty straight, and his dad is doing good. So it makes sense to him. That's what was modeled for him. So I can,
Right.
like, I believe him when he say it.
Well, I mean, he's a
I want to
product.
spread that thing out.
Sometimes you're a product of your environment and what you've been raised on, and this is what you understand.
I hope that-
My love's for every woman.
I always say this: a man is limited in the knowledge in his mind. So this is the knowledge that you have. This is what you want to pursue on certain things. So I mean, I never was that way.
But you had a mother and father that was.
I
in the
had a
house
mother and father
that were married.
They were married for 20 plus years till they got divorced.
See, so you modeled what you saw.
Yeah, I modeled what I saw. You know.
But look. That's what I'm saying. I hope that shit don't happen. I hope he has 3 kids, but I hope he don't have 3 baby mamas just because it's simple drama that and extra shit that come with that.
Right.
Because as any nigga that's grown up in any environment with lower income, y'all all know, baby mama drama is the last thing that you want. The last thing that you want, bruh. You at your job, and your baby pulling up. When you gonna take care of your kid? I'm gonna leave your kid right here. You can take care of him right now. Trying to leave your kid at the job while you at work, bruh.
Come on. Now.
Or you trying to motherfucking just do better in life. You looking for a job, and she over here just talking. She talking, that's why you got 2 other bitches that got your baby, and I'ma just leave them with them, and you could just have this baby with them, and I'ma just go out, I'ma do what I want, cause you know what I mean? Like, you don't want that extra drama, bro. I'm telling you, I know niggas
But that's why
that prayed that they wish they just fucked on that one shorty and gave her 5 kids, bro. They be like, damn, bro, I wish.
Well,
now everybody.
That's why you gotta be careful. With
Every
what
now
you
and then,
see.
niggas might get cool baby mamas. Don't get me wrong. Niggas get cool baby mamas every now and then. Niggas got really down. Like my dad had the. I swear he got on his knees when he seen my mom when she came down to Alabama, bro. Last time she had pulled up with me, I was like 18 or something. He seen my mom, he got down on his 2 knees, bro. He said, I thank you so much. I thank you so much. And he was like, I thank you for not putting me on child support. You was a real one. You ain't called me asking for no money. You ain't asking me for $1.
I'll be happy.
I'll give you everything. I'll give you everything, right?
No.
And she was like, oh, the child support just never went through. That shit was so funny, bro. That shit was so funny, bro. She was like, it took too long. I canceled that shit. You got lucky, nigga. I died, bro. But no, real
That's
shit.
the only reason why.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you being happy?
Oh, you happy?
That child support didn't come through, son. That's what happened.
That's all.
Not that I didn't want
You
it.
better be glad that system was slower back in the day, nigga. You better be glad. My mom was impatient, nigga.
Oh man, that's funny, man. Oh
Yeah.
man, yo, that's very
Call a little blessing.
That's hey, no, for real. So some niggas get blessings of fucking baby mamas that are really down to earth and good women and gonna take care of their baby regardless what you got going on in life. And that's respect. And then sometimes you get the baby mamas that's only gonna act like they gonna take care of the baby if you there. You feel me? Like if you don't wanna be with me, nobody gonna have you, and this baby gonna be sitting somewhere. You feel me? Or like it's so many different cases and scenarios. So I wish I don't even wish that shit upon my worst enemy, really and truly, bro. Multiple baby mamas.
But listen, that's why as a man you can't be putting your seed in everything.
Right.
So
First
to
off,
me, men who do that.
Who is just nutting freely and shit? Y'all wild. Y'all wild.
A lot of niggas is doing
Y'all just
But personally,
like,
when you do that,
didn't mean
hey,
that.
look, you have to deal with certain consequences. You're gonna have to deal with that baby mama drama because you could not control yourself. That's why I said, as a man, you gotta be the best version of yourself and be about your purpose. See, when you're about your purpose, you ain't got a whole much time to be planting your seed in this one, that one. Because you're about your purpose. You're about your money. You're about your health. You're about the things that are important to you. That's why if you have self-love with yourself, then you ain't gonna put yourself in a situation because you're gonna say, hey, listen, man, if I do this is gonna affect this what I'm trying to do. So that's why every man, young man, older man, whoever, got to have his purpose. You know about what he's about.
That's real.
You know, because cats who ain't got no purpose or direction, you out there slinging, doing all this other craziness. When stuff come, me personally, I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad for you. I feel like, listen, hey, you put yourself in that situation, which you didn't have to do, so you got to deal with it. You got to deal with that baby mama drama and 3 baby mamas or 6 baby mamas or whatever you gonna do. Hey, you put yourself in that situation. Because you didn't realize that your purpose was more important than you out there doing what you was doing. So
I mean, I do get the idea because, like, coming from like a Jamaican backyard, background, backyard, Jamaican backyard. That makes so much sense though. But anyway, like, no joke. One thing is plant your seed, like. For real, plant your seed. What, like, no joke, uncles all the time.
But most Jamaican men I know, they taking care of their seed. They ain't just planting no seed.
No.
They out there.
That's what I'm saying. It's not
there's a difference between you planting your seed and you just not.
That's why I had to explain the Jamaican background because when it comes to Jamaica, they take care of their kids.
That's I know.
That's
what I
niggas
said.
be having 12 kids and every kid know their daddy. Like perfect. Oh, my daddy called me every day before I go to school and
Well,
like
listen,
no joke.
Listen. If you be responsible, if you want 20 kids, if you want 30 kids, and you gonna take care of them and do right by your kids, I'm all for it.
You're right.
But I have a problem with dudes who's planting babies and then just because their baby mama acting crazy, that's no excuse for you as a man not to be with your kid. You go to court, you do what you got to do, but be in your kid's life. Because the father must be in the child's life. That's what I believe.
I'm 50-50 because I just got like a little bit of male influence, but like I don't really feel like a male has to be in the child, like a boy's life. I mean, he should for a shit show. He should, most definitely. But like, as me and bro both understand, we didn't grow up with dads. You feel me? We only had moms, and then like literally, I had an uncle that kind of like showed me.
I have a stepdad, bro. I have a stepfather.
Okay, that's
right.
You see, I had a stepdad too, but
I know what
he not like no role model type nigga to speak of. You feel me? So, but my uncle, he kind of like, he just really made me throw hands with him. He really just taught me hands. Yeah. So like, but with my mom, like no joke, like my mom really showed me how to be a man, and I hate to say it, bro. Like my mom was like,
to a certain degree.
My mom said, don't show no fear. No, cause check it, bro. My mom said, don't show no fear. Like, it's okay to show your emotions, but it's not okay to show that you're weak. Right. Weakness is not cool, Drew. Right. Like my mom was the woman that was putting this in my head. Like, don't be out here just dropping your heart to these shorties. Like, like this was my mom. Like, my mom dead ass telling me like you gotta calm down with all that like lovey-dovey towards these females. That's my mom telling me that. You feel me? So like it's different. It depends the mother that you get.
Yeah,
Because I ain't gonna lie. I was watching this video of this kid was talking about the kid told him to shut the fuck up or something, and he was telling the mom, and they were saying back to the kid, they were like, "This is what you say, shut the fuck up, bitch." Like that's how they were saying it. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Like how a female would say that shit, right? And so he said, "Wait, you want me to say it right now?" It took him like 5 minutes to say it, but he was like, "Shut the fuck up, bitch." Like a female. Yeah. And so my mom, I remember in the same moment I told my mom, I was like, "Man, this bumped me in school and he told me I was like lame or something. Like he told me I was a bitch, mom." I pushed him back, but I ain't fight though. My mom said, "So when you go to school, if I don't get a call and they letting me know that you got in an altercation, I'm gonna beat your ass when you come back home." Just because you don't let none of your cousins push you around like that. You don't let nobody else push you around like that. How you gonna let him? Man, I'm telling you, I went to school the next day. I'm firing off on this boy. We was in the bathroom too, bro. I played that shit so sweet. That nigga started washing his hands. I started whooping his ass, bro. You feel me? Like, no joking. That was my mom. A lot of niggas didn't have like moms that kind of was like that.
Well, I had mom like my mother was like, "You gonna go out there?" So I try to come to the house, call myself crying and getting all upset. She, "No, you go back out there and fight, else you're gonna have to deal with me." So women
hated
it. We can't make a comparison of the mothers nowadays to the mothers back in that day. The mothers back in that day were much different. Now the mothers nowadays, they're raising their sons to be like women. You know, they're not raising them to be men. But it don't take away the fact that a man's influence is very important. Even though to me, I believe you can have a great mother. My mother was a great mother, but it came to a point where I needed a man influence in my life.
I agree.
You know?
I agree. I think even though the numbers show, even without looking at numbers, I'm not gonna say who has to be in life more. Because you need both, honestly.
You need both, honestly.
Of course.
But a man has to.
Because that's what it's made to be.
A woman has to as well, but like, a man has to be.
Right. I mean, I looked at the movie, what was that movie with Cuba Gooding?
You don't always get good parents.
No one chooses their parents, for sure.
Because some people got both of them.
They gotta have the right
going through it. You feel me? Daddy be sticking needles in them every day. They said, "Needles? What are you talking about?" Daddy stick needles in him and he go to sleep. Like, what the fuck is you talking about, kid? Like,
but I mean, we talking about more or less in a positive way. We know that some families are doing some men and women, they doing some messed up things. Yeah. But we're talking about people who are really got a family structure.
But that's the whole thing. I don't think there is much family structure anymore. There is literally like one Instagram account that actually shows him teaching his, and the one thing, no offense to bro, I got all the respect for him though, because he's there for his shit, but he be showing his kids how to use the guns and shit. And he teaches them like if I die, what you supposed to do and all this other shit. And I kind of be like, I just wouldn't want to put that gun in my kid's hand. But his kid definitely his kids know what the fuck they doing. So I got all respect. He taught his kids very well.
If that's part of him,
I respect everything he did. Yeah, the man with the locks. I respect the fuck out of his channel. He's the only channel that actually shows like how to structure your children and how it should be with your children and what a child's place is. That's one of the only channels that supports that shit. See, everybody else.
That's very sad to me because you know why? Because I grew up with men that were fathers and they had structure. So this structure thing, maybe in this time is something new. But true. I knew men who were structural with their sons and their daughters. You know, I knew men that listen. When I tell you to be a place, this and that, I expect you to be there, and they followed up on it.
I think a lot of fathers still do that.
Right.
I'm gonna be honest.
All fathers do that. Especially
I think a lot of households actually have
with their daughters.
Structure is just
a woman's structure. Ain't
I won't say structure. I actually won't say that, but I say like I don't know. Everyone teaches their own. You feel me? Everyone teaches their own way.
I see it,
and it's just like
what? Can I ask you something, OG?
Yeah.
What year were you born, OG?
Yeah. Before any of y'all was born.
Okay.
I was born in 59.
Okay. So when did that song "Papa Was a Rolling Stone" come out?
Back in the 70s.
70s. So the idea
always been Rolling Stones.
There always was Rolling Stones, though, right? So back in the day, there was no Rolling Stones. Like
no, I'm not saying.
Like in your time, that's what I'm saying.
Yes, they were Rolling Stones, brother.
That's what I'm saying. And you were young. You was a young dude in the 70s. You feel me?
Yeah,
You was around my age in the 70s.
I was a teenager.
You in the 70s? You was.
I was a teenager.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So 80s, you was about my age then. 20,
yeah, 25. I was in my 20. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I had my first child. I was 21 years old.
Oh, that's
in
dope as hell.
1980.
Respect, man.
Yeah.
So like the concept that, as you know, concept of Rolling Stones was out and shit. So you didn't really see it.
I seen it. I saw men. I saw
but
men
you
beating
seen more.
I saw men beating on their women.
Oh damn.
I was a victim of that myself. My father used to be abusive to my mother, you know. So I saw all that kind of stuff.
So will you say that you came, but you still came out of a structured home though?
Well, I can't.
That's what you'll say though.
See what it was. Both my parents were raised in the South, so they were raised with a certain structure. So I always had a certain structure in my home. Even when my father wasn't there, my mother had a structure for us. You know, we knew that certain things we didn't do.
Right.
This and that.
Okay.
But during that time in the 70s, the structure of the black family started deteriorating when they started with the drugs situation and with
Reagan flooded the streets.
Yeah, all that kind of with drugs and with the breakup of the home when they were telling a lot of black women, oh, you don't need a man. We'll give you this. The system said we'll give you this money for
you can
welfare,
welfare,
this kind of stuff. Yeah. And then they started incarcerating a lot of black men. So they were taking a lot of black men out of home, which really affected the family structure. This and that. Because then, a lot of men were locked up. So a lot of times they didn't see their kids grow up. And sometimes, if the woman was in the system or she was maybe working but not really making enough money to, really take care of the family or be at home and tending to the children, then a lot of things started to happen. Because, I could have, like I said, I always know the street, but I never was in the streets because there are certain things that I wouldn't do because I understood that how it would affect my mother, and I didn't want to do that. And a lot of things I understand. First of all, I didn't want to get locked up and go to jail. That wasn't just for me. I never wanted to go to jail and all that. Mm-hmm. So I chose to work and to do certain things, and so that's the way that was for me. Now some of my friends, some of them came from homes, but they still did certain things. Sometimes, like I said, it's a matter of choices that you make. A lot of times, you could come from a two-family home, but if you want to do certain things, it don't matter about how your family structure. You want to go ahead and do it if that's in you that you want to do it.
Can I ask
but for the most part,
what does structure look like to you?
Structure for me in my upbringing, or what it looked like from an ideology, like what you mean?
Either or, but I want to say maybe from your ideology, but like
from ideology, I would go with like every man, you gotta be first before you even start fucking and having kids. You gotta be respected amongst your peers, minimum, because I see a lot of dudes that's fucking that don't need to be fucking. You know what I'm saying? But like that's a conversation that a lot of us don't want to have, but it is true. A lot of us are fucking that shouldn't be fucking. So before any woman comes into the picture, you gotta be respected amongst your peers. You gotta maintain a job. You gotta, you gotta have certain means of getting shit handled. Whatever the fuck you do, just handle shit financially.
You gotta be able to bring something to the table for yourself.
You gotta you gotta be looked at as a valuable asset to your community, the people that's around you. You know what I'm saying? Because if you got that, then now you can attract a woman that's gonna be a good mother.
Get your credit to 600 before you. like no real shit. Get your credit to 600, bro. Before you that ass.
Because if you don't have respect from niggas around you, there's no way you're fucking bad bitches. Like, let's just be honest. let's tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Wait, you said
There is
if
no way that you're fucking quality women that other niggas want. If you scroll through your call log and no one wants to answer your call, there is no way that you're fucking quality women that will raise good children.
Facts.
Right or wrong.
Facts.
That's a fact. So, but like, I think the problem all starts with how a man decides to move. We got a lot of dudes that's just trying to jump the gun. They're like, shit, I'm trying to get me a struggle bae. I'm trying to nut in there so she don't leave me. I've seen a nigga trap a girl we were juniors in high school. She started applying to colleges, right? Buddy been failing the whole time we in high school. Ain't did shit. He a street nigga though. He a tough, cool ass nigga. Everybody look at him. We respect this nigga. But we kids. We don't know real life. Soon as them college applications started coming out, he was like, oh shit, nigga, I can't get into no school. He just got her pregnant, so she couldn't leave. Wow. That was his whole play in his mind. He had no rank. He had no real motion in life. But he was like, shit, I'm gonna trap her, keep her around, so she gonna hold me down, and then that way we gonna go forward from here, and I might at least have her when all these other niggas graduate and leave. That happens more often than we want to talk about. I've seen my niggas try, my own niggas. I've seen them try to trap bitches. I've watched them do it. Play by play. I'm like, my nigga, come on, bro. Right. Thank God for Plan B. Thank God for abortions. You know what I'm saying? Because, yo, these niggas are just as dangerous as these women. Yeah. We don't want to talk about that, though. That's true. These niggas will do it to you if they can. They will do. They will slide your ass.
Get yourself right, man.
So thank God for those preventative measures. And once you establish, I guess, who you want to be in your life, who you're comfortable with being, then after that, you go ahead and you attract the woman that's cool with what you are and looks at you in a good way. Right. Once she looks at you in a way where it's like, okay, I respect him and I trust him. That's that woman is going to submit to whatever the fuck you got going on. She's not going to be asking you 31 questions because she trusts and believes in you. And you'll have the social proof. You'll have other men that trust and believe in you too. So now it's like, bitch, stop talking to me with all that extra degree. Shut the fuck up. Like, I do this for real. Shut up. Be at ease. Be a mom. Be a woman. Shut up. I got this.
Another thing that go into that is niggas who like down talk, just like that playful shit, right? Around the homies. Right. You feel me? Like females pick up on that. So you know the homie that every time you bring a girl around or the other homie bring a girl around, he ain't never got a shorty around though, right? Never. But every time he bring a shorty, like y'all bring a shorty around, he always become a funny nigga, right?
Every time.
Bro, not even funny like that.
At
like,
all.
When y'all not around, bro.
For sure.
Like, I mean, when y'all around, bro, it's just y'all kicking it. Now, shorty come around, bro. Yeah, you know. That's why your head built like a rattlesnake, nigga. That's why you,
all of a sudden.
Just start, you feel me? You just start trying to roast and shit. And so, niggas like that, like, really do fuck you up in life. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of women take that because let's say you downplay it, right? Whatever, nigga. She gonna be like, oh, this nigga.
That's true.
You feel me?
Right.
Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. And now, but if I go, nigga, don't even talk about that broke biscuit ass boy. Yeah. You look like an old biscuit that they just threw away in Popeye, some shit like that. Like, I come back with something. Now she like, oh, okay, he got. But as on some grown up mentality, right? I'm like, fuck this nigga. I don't give a fuck what he talking about, right? Right. But the young mentality in me, which I usually would and most likely will, I'm gonna come back with something. You know, I gotta say something. Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like, but most of the time, let's say you a nigga that's not confrontational for the most part. It takes like a nigga putting hands on you and then you gonna swing, you feel me? And so there's some shorties who dead ass will see that you non-confrontational and play you for soft. All day long, all day. Right? Yeah. Right? You feel me? Like no joke. There was too many moments I had with my ex where I was just like, are you serious right now? Like shorty swung at me one time and I was like, caught shorty fist. I was like, I looked at her, I'm like, you for real right now? Like, you really play, like, imagine if I was that nigga. Yeah, you feel me? Imagine if I'm the complete opposite. Oh, you wanna boom, 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 boom. You feel me?
But see, like, that goes in line with what Raul said. That shit terrible. If you were respected among your peers, they know that, hey, listen, Raul ain't tolerating that.
Some niggas
and like
don't
you said,
have
a woman,
respect.
But that's what I'm saying. That a woman is not, a woman, like you said, then they ain't ready for no woman because a woman gonna look at that and say, But Dad, he taking that from his boys. Shoot, he might. So I might get in a situation he may not stand up for me because he ain't gonna stand up for himself.
Yeah. Fact.
So like what I was saying, man, that you have to be respected among your peers, and in through that, then
now you get a quality woman.
Right, you get
have a quality kid. It's a lot of steps.
It's a lot of
steps that you jump.
Right.
Once you like, yo, I got my respect established.
Right.
I'm not the nigga that come around and that I'm trying to be extra funny for no reason.
Right.
You know why?
I'm not that nigga now.
Thing for men,
you know what I'm saying? Like the nigga that's trying to crack all the jokes because there's a pretty girl around, that nigga knows deep down he's a fucking lame. Right. He knows that, damn, I gotta get something in before she leaves. Because nobody's gonna give me props because I ain't him.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't know me yet, so I gotta prove myself.
Yeah, like let me say something.
That's real shit.
Right.
You don't know that I'm the lamest nigga in the group. You don't know that I don't get no coochie.
But see, that's what I'm saying. There's some, just like we're saying that we look for certain qualities in women, women look for certain qualities in men. You know, because a woman wants to know that that man's going to be a protector and a provider, and that he's going to be the kind of father to her children,
right,
to his children, and everything like that. So the same way we be checking things out. Women, really quality women, is checking that out too.
Of course.
I got a question. I got a question. Yeah. As a man, no joke. I'm so serious. As a man, do you feel like you need to know how to fight?
Yes.
Like,
you should be able to defend yourself.
No, listen. I just thought about this shit, right? So, like, what if you just, like, you're not a fighting nigga, like you just don't.
That's okay.
But you should know how to
defend yourself. You should know how to defend yourself, though.
No.
Yes.
I'm not saying no, you should not know how to defend yourself.
Right.
I'm just saying he don't know how to defend himself, right?
Okay.
So bro, don't like he ain't take no classes or nothing.
Right.
You feel me? And but he goes through life never having to fight. He's never been in those situations.
Nah, you should.
I don't know too many people.
He
never been go.
I'm just saying.
It's better to be the warrior in the garden than the gardener in war, my nigga.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know how to fucking fight.
That's a stupid part.
Every man should know violence.
Yeah, you should know.
Every man should
know.
Right,
you should know.
But I do got a homie, right?
To be a protector, you have to know how.
He's not confrontational.
Right.
He is a pacifist. He doesn't want to fight.
That's fair.
Right.
And just seeing like how he's handling that.
Punched him in the face.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like, bro.
That nigga told me he was sued. That's what the nigga told me verbatim. He said, I'm suing. He's like, yeah, I got a lawyer. Fuck that. I'm a grown up. I'm suing. I don't fight. That's what he told me.
Hey,
I'm
listen,
like, man, bro.
Well, it's people like that, but at the end of the day, even at the end of the day, know how to fucking fight, bro.
Yeah.
You might not get that fucking chance to sue if niggas beat your fucking ass.
Yeah, facts.
So,
you feel me?
The motherfucker know how to defend yourself.
Right. And let's look at this scenario. If he out with his woman, and the dude trying to hurt his woman, he gonna talk about, I'm gonna sue you because you put it. Come on, man.
Right.
You know,
true.
But this guy hasn't had a woman in a very long time.
That's probably
so it's like
inside.
So I feel like women do like that violence. They definitely look
women,
bro.
Humans aspect of danger.
Humans like danger.
They love
that aspect.
It's provocative,
man. We all love it, bro. We cheer for boxing and UFC.
Yeah. This nigga on the block holding guns with his homies. Oh my god, they going crazy. I'm telling you. This nigga reading books at home, learning.
Listen.
Like
we ain't talking about the thugs and geeks. We just talking about a man just protecting.
We all love violence.
Able to protect.
To some degree, we all love violence.
Everybody does.
Come on, bro. I was cheering. Aljo, you fucking suck, man.
Yeah. I see it all the time in the barbershop. Like, say a kid walk in the barbershop right now, right? And he's like 16, and it's like, damn, boy, he's 6'2" already? Shit. Damn, nigga, you gonna hurt them boys out there on the fit. Like, we hype that up. Like, we just love it. Like, we know this nigga can do some shit.
You feel me?
We developed.
It's not in him, though.
That's it.
Yeah, it might not be, but if it ain't in him, we gonna be like, nigga, so like, you lifting weights now, right? Like, you trying to, you know what I'm saying? Because you got a blessing. We see you as a threat. Like, yo, you're a king.
We see you as a threat.
You're a king, bro.
Not y'all see a nigga as a threat.
No, I'm saying, but if you're 6'3" at 16,
no threat detected.
you can make some
no
shit
man
move.
in the room It don't
You
matter.
gotta- you gotta
I
hold it
analyze
on
no
your gift.
threats detected on me. Biggest threat on this side of the room. No, I'm sorry.
I think that's just a competitive nature of a man.
We love it, man.
We
So
we
when you
just
see the
say
next
that.
generation coming up, you like, yo, let me make sure.
Yeah,
my
right.
man-
We got
You know what I'm
another
saying?
protector in the room. You heard?
Exactly.
Yeah, you know.
More warriors coming soon.
Yeah, we
It's a
need
beautiful
warriors,
thing.
man. You know.
That's why when we was younger, bro, it was like you and the homies fought. You
Yeah.
feel me? The
Oh,
best
yeah, yeah, yeah.
friendships, the best friendships, and y'all know what I'm talking about, started off with a like somebody got hit in the face. We was boxing or something happened, like somebody got hit on. That's how the best friendships usually
That's
started,
true.
bro. Real shit, like no anime context included, but like real shit, bro. Like that ass, I'll never forget, bro. My homie Calvin and my homie Kawhi. Me and this man, I'm talking about going at it, throwing hands, like fists back and forth. And then we just had to stop because we just realized like, okay, we equal.
Right.
All right?
You proved your point, I proved my
exactly. You feel me? So with my homie Kawan was a shorter dude, right? But like I would always play Kawan. I was like, man, you can't fight little ass. You know what I'm saying? And Kawan had grabbed me by my legs one day and boom, dumped my dumb ass, right? And so I had to do the same thing, but I dumped the man twice though. I was in the grass. We in the field. So imagine somebody just looking out their window like, what are these niggas doing? Like, but no, like that ass. So, and then I slammed him one more time. He tried to slam me, but I just dropped back with DDT on his ass. And then he said, ugh. Sorry, all right. And so that was it. You feel me? That was the match. You feel me? So like the best friendship starts off with hand. Sometimes I feel like you need to cling with a person. I feel like y'all need to have friction. Y'all need to have an issue sometimes. Be able to just speak on something different, have a difference in something for y'all to be able to click. Because it's like, damn, even though I'm not agreeing with what you're saying, you have strong points on everything that you're saying. And I completely agree with the fact that you know what you're talking about just like I know what I'm talking about. You feel me?
It's a matter of mutual respect.
Yes.
Because you know something, like I told a woman, I said, I heard a woman say this, an older woman. She said, young ladies, men are not concerned about you giving them money, you cooking for them, you cleaning for them, you doing all these things. He said the main thing a man looks at is a woman that respects him as a man. And if you're not that kind of woman that's not respecting him as a man, if he sees another woman she may not be able to clean, maybe not be able to do all the things you might not be able to do, that you're able to do, but that woman has respect for him as a man, a lot of times he will go to that other woman, leave you and go with that other woman.
I don't think that's true. That's not true.
I think it's
the
true,
one that
brother.
can't cook and shit is definitely my for sure side.
What I'm trying to
She
say,
can't be covered.
but listen, what I'm
That
saying,
means I gotta start from
do I have to
scratch
deal with a woman that, cause you can cook and you can do certain things, but I gotta hear your mouth all the damn time? I always gotta hear you saying, "Oh, well, I'm doing this for you, this and that."
Then the other one.
Then the other one saying, "Yeah, baby, you know
can't cook,
something?
but she
I understand
peaceful.
you come from hard
But she
day's work.
peaceful.
I'm gonna make sure
I'll
that
start
you're
with
good.
something like that.
I'm gonna make sure
I
you're
done
good."
had girls like that.
We had this conversation.
I done had girls like that.
Fair,
before.
fair.
I need
I
you
think
to
you got too much faith in these.
not even just that. Not even just that. It's because look,
You got too much
I'm
faith in these niggas.
Look, for me
Sometimes,
personally,
They not built like that.
For me personally, bro, I take care of my damn self with or without a girl.
Okay.
Well, I mean, a man should be
look,
able to do that. You
But
right.
that's why, like,
I
I'd
agree with
rather
you.
take a peaceful girl who can cook than a girl who can't cook, and I gotta hear that shit. Cause I teach you. You gonna know 3 fucking
Right.
and when I-
Right.
for both of us.
And that's another thing.
I
A
respect
woman,
that.
you want to be with a woman that's cooperative, that respects
I
you
need
and
a-
able
I-
to
No,
cooperate with
OG.
you.
OG,
Let
I
me
feel like
man.
you come from a time where
I need a
I
girl
feel like you come from a time where
Is she
people
willing
think
to
that
learn,
matters. That
She
doesn't matter.
She cool. She cool.
To a lot of
right?
niggas.
You know what's funny,
Is she
bro?
willing to learn?
You know what's
bro?
funny though?
She cool.
Hey, you know what's funny? And I swear, hey, word is bond. I tell them, listen, bro. Hey, like one time, Yo, you like these lights on? You gonna work with me or what? Come on, you like these lights on? Alright. You feel me? And I ain't saying I pay for them, like we both like these lights on.
Right.
We both gonna
So
work.
you gotta contribute.
We both gonna learn how to do some. Come on now.
You like
Come
this
on
house
now.
being cool?
No, that's a fact.
I like Wi-Fi too. So we both gonna know something.
But I mean, I think OG, I think that perspective, I think that's from a more mature mentality.
Yeah.
I'm younger, I'm seeing younger guys going through young people interactions and they going after the chick on Instagram like got the fat ass.
Yeah, that in the future point of view.
You think that she cared? You think that they care about how she respects him?
But it's gonna be. But
They will give all that they have just
but-
to take her out.
But see, this
That respect never comes into their
But
mind
this is the
frame.
beautiful thing. This is the beautiful
And that's
thing.
that
with process.
statistic is
Yeah.
probably like 30-70.
Okay.
30% of guys are gonna look for the woman that respects them. 70% of young guys are gonna go for the body,
Okay.
the baddie.
But once you go, but see, it's just like this. I remember Will Smith and Jazzy Jeff. Jazzy Jeff made a song. Get yourself an ugly girl and make her your wife. It was a rap. It was an old rap, right? So yeah, make her a wife. Sometimes you might beauty and then the Temptations wrote a song that says beauty's only skin deep. So just because you might be when you're young, you might want to go for get a beautiful girl and she have to look a certain way. But then once she breaks your heart enough, then you realize that average woman that, hey, look, I'm not saying she's an ugly duckling. I'm just saying she's an average woman. She might not look this way, but the qualities in her is something that you can work with. Sometimes you might say, hey, listen, I done tried the beautiful ones. Let me go over here and deal with a woman that's going to be respectful to me. So I'm just saying.
That's a mature statement. That's what I said.
I know, but every man is going to grow. I don't expect you to be in the same state 5 years from now. None of y'all. Don't expect me to be in the same state 5 years from now. We all gonna grow and mature. So when I look at a young man, I'm not looking at him just because, okay, he's at this level right now. I try to look and say what his potential could be in the future. Because the way the way I thought at a certain age, I don't think that way now. So we all grow and develop in time. So that's why I guess I be speaking from that perspective.
No, that's a good perspective.
Yeah,
As I got older, I started to see things like that now.
Yeah,
you know, when I was younger, it's more of a like the same way, but like kind of reverse.
You know. And as you get older, you're gonna start seeing different things. You know, like I went through a period when I was 30. I went through a period when I was 40. When I turned 50, you know, and I'm in a period now when I'm at 60. You know, the things that bothered me and stressed me in my 30s and 40s, it didn't bother me in my 50s and 60s. You know, things like I was talking to a lady friend of mine, and she was getting all such. I was laughing. She's like, "Why are you laughing?" I'm like, "It's funny to me, baby." I said, "You trying to get me to be angry about something that ain't bothering me?" I said, "But if you caught me, baby, 10 years ago, so I might have been fuming and losing my mind, you know." So I mean, we all go through stages. So you know, y'all people, I'm just speaking from an OG perspective, you know, giving my perspective on how I see certain things. I know younger men.
We're moving totally different.
Moving totally different. But,
and the only reason I bring up the younger perspective is because these are decisions when you're younger, in your 20s to early 30s. That's when people are having kids.
Yeah,
so you may grow up and think like, oh gee, but guess what? You got a baby mom that was from your 22-year-old self.
Yeah.
And she had the fat ass, but she has no type of home training.
Right.
So it don't fucking matter that you changed. It doesn't matter, nigga, because you still got to deal with this bitch from 18 years ago that don't got no fucking act right. So what the hell are we talking about? We don't start having kids at 40. We don't.
Right.
We don't. It don't fucking matter.
Well, you're right.
We don't begin at 40.
Well,
we begin at 18.
I had my first child. I was married. I was married when I was 20. I had my first child by the time I was 21.
All right.
And so I understand. I can relate that because me and few years later, me and my mother ended up getting divorced.
Got this bum ass bitch in my life forever.
Right, you know.
Because of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's one decision, heavy decisions are being made.
And if I had to do it over again, I wouldn't have made that decision. You know? I wouldn't have made that decision.
Facts.
But you know,
Like they say, our brain don't even develop till we 25.
25,
The
yeah,
prefrontal. But
Yeah,
how
that's
many
true.
people are parents before then? Like 70% are parents before that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So hey,
Yeah.
shit.
I'm 25
It's deep,
now.
man.
That's
It's
probably
deep.
why I'm
It's
getting
deep.
smarter now, nigga. That's why I realize now, like, fuck, man. I gotta change me. I got 99 problems and I might be one.
Oh, my man
gosh.
said,
For real, for real.
what my man said is true. You have to look at you.
Okay.
You know something? You got why I keep saying you got to be the best version of yourself. You got to love yourself more than you love anybody. That's what my mother taught me. She said, listen, if you can't love yourself, if you don't love yourself, you can't really love nobody else. The first love is self-love. When you love yourself and really say, hey, listen, I'm going to do, just like you get up in the morning, you going to wash, you going to clean, you going to brush your teeth, you going to do certain things for you. It's not for nobody else. Well, it is for other people because you don't want to be looking a certain way.
Right.
But, you know what I'm saying? There's just certain things you're going to do. So that's how you have to be through your life. That listen, hey, if it ain't in my best interest on certain things, then maybe I shouldn't be doing this. So sometimes you can't always do for other people. You know, and sometimes you have to do for yourself.
All right, y'all. We appreciate y'all for sticking around and rocking with the episode all the way through. We at the hour mark right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and pause this, and we might hit them with a part two, a little quick something.
Yeah, we'll give them a quick
A
two.
little quick something.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We appreciate y'all. Please like, share, and subscribe to the content.
Yes.
Man. We gonna keep flooding
Come
y'all
on,
every
come
week.
on. We need those subscriptions.
We don't stop.
Come on. Don't stop.